Hello folks, and welcome back to Fishing Sim World. We are in Lake Boulder and we are going to be doing a brief recon on this lake just so we can get our feet underneath us and know what's gonna the lay of the land the next time that we run across this in a tournament, which is this is the next stop, obviously, right? This is the next stop in the tournament. And it looked like it might be the end of the first round. Oh man, look at this. That's snow. That looks like snow. There might be a ton of mountains here. Oh look, there's Stony Bay itself. And see, that's what's weird is that they'll say it's a Stony Bay open. So you would think that, because I watched a couple of videos about how these tournaments are held, like the real ones in real life, and they'll actually put buoys, like they'll mark off areas like you cannot go beyond this point. So if this is the Stony Bay Open on Lake Boulder, one would think that this would be the area that you are, like you couldn't go down here to Relief Point. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because I always think of bass as a southern thing, but here we are in upstate New York, going after these bad boys. Rock End. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one, and I'm gonna move up to Stony Point because, you know, to me that just makes most sense. And then I'll hit these other two in another recon video. So there's lilies here, which is always a good sign. So if they pop us out right here, we got lilies right off the bat. What else do we have? We have docks. Oh, there's a bank of lilies right here. That's pretty good. Look how big that fish is right there. Let's not be that close to the dock. Let's not be that close. Now again, we're looking for steep drop-offs. So like right here, do you see how in the map up there we go from like shallow to steep? So this steep drop-off I think would be a good place to, and this is one where we would actually need the deep diving lure. Like this lake, I'm getting the sense that the deep diving lure would be very good here. Look at the big fish here along this. Let's just do it. Let's see. Let's see. Diving crankbait. Put this in. Turn it on. I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to have it going behind me. Yeah, let's do this. Just kind of the way we came. I know that's probably not the best thing to do because, you know, the sound of the engine and everything is probably scared away a bunch of the fish. But this is actually our new reel too. If you remember the last, it's already on the bottom. She's like scraping the bottom. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to use this crankbait, is let it scrape the bottom like that. But if you remember, this is our brand new reel. So if we can zoom in on the reel, I don't think we can, but if we could, this would be a different reel than what we normally had when the game first started. Like this is our first upgrade, and I don't even know if it is quote quote an upgrade because, oh no. I don't even know if it would be considered an upgrade. The one that came stock with the game was like a 112. This is like a 125. I'm not quite sure what the numbers mean. I suppose as a content creator that might be my job, to go and figure out what that means and then let you, the viewer, know so that you don't have to go do it. Maybe this should be on 1. I'm trying. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. I didn't have enough slack in the Like he took it and ran with it, but I didn't have enough slack, or there was too much slack, so I couldn't like pull the hook and set it. Yeah, we're gonna turn this all the way down to 1. Just gonna really lazily. This thing just kind of moves. And it gets to the bottom quick, man. It's already there. I don't know about this crankbait, man. I like the one that like, maybe we do the one where it's like a mid-range. Okay. I don't know, maybe. We're doing good. How far away this fish, though? He's out there. I feel like we have a little bit more play with the reel. Like I feel like there's a little, it doesn't like go max. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't peg out as fast as the old one did. I feel like maybe, and that's what I was saying, is that this upgrade is a sensitivity issue where you just have way more time to, like if this thing automatically goes up to red and starts beeping at me, like I'll have more time to see that happening. It'll progress slower. You see how slow that is? Now that was pretty quick, right? But you could just imagine in the old one, it would have just hit the roof right off the bat. That's nice. That's nice. Again, I don't really know what the 1.2.5, like I don't know what they mean, but you know, just sitting here using it, it feels better. And he's in the boat. I didn't even get to see what he was. I was, oh, what is that? That's a catfish. Oh, channel catfish. Personal best. Man, look at that thing. What? What? So we know where catfish are. Am I going to hit anything here with a boat? No. Alright. Let's go one more time here, then we'll move on somewhere else. Channel catfish. Okay. Again, catfish, I think southern. Here we are in upstate New York. Channel catfish. I mean, I know the species go everywhere. I think of the north, I think of like walleye, you know. I think of pike. Those are the ones I think of when I think of the north. That's the stuff that I suppose I'm going to say it and then people are going to yell at me, but I'm not a fisher person. Pike, I suppose. You probably could find it in the south, but to me, it's like carp, catfish, bass. Those are like synonymous with south. And then like pike, trout, walleye, like that's the north. We had a lot of fish go up on the radar. Some pretty big ones. Then this is what I like. I like how this is. I mean, I know it's coming up because it has to get to the surface because that's where we're reeling it to, but it being that mid-range, I like that. It dragging the bottom, like I feel like you're going to get catfish if you drag the bottom. I don't think you're going to get bass. Look at that gigantic fish there. Let's do one more here, and let's not do the deep diver. Let's do that mid-range guy. Not do the deep diver. Let's do the mid-range guy. Who's this guy here? This is also a new reel. We're gonna put it right there up against the bank. See what we pull out here. I like how it keeps your setting, even though this is a new reel, and it should be at like 3. Like the reel speed should be at 3 because it's a new reel. Like they kept the setting of 1 because that's what. Ooh, hello. What we got here? What we got here? Look how far out these fish are, man. Like that gives me anxiety. Remember in the previous tournament with the little pencil thing? Like they were right there on top of us. here, they're just like, I don't know, 20 yards away from the boat already, 30 yards. Oh, I didn't even see how much that catfish weighed, by the way. I have to go back and look at the video. If it was 10 pounds, then I kind of know how much a 10-pound catfish will fight. This thing hasn't pegged out once. We haven't once hit the exclamation mark, the beep beep beep. Like, we've not once done that with this new reel. How cool is that? That's what we're after. That's what we're after. Perfect. Largemouth bass, 5 pounds. Well, 5 pounds isn't like fantastic, but at least we know that if we start at Bob's Marina, that we can come up here to this little sheer rock cliff, the sheer rock face. And if we get right up against it, probably will be some bass in there that we can coax out. And we don't need the deep diver. I think the fish we're seeing on the deep diver, on that radar, the deep diving rate, or at the very bottom, I think those are catfish. Catfish are bottom feeders, so it would make sense to me if the stuff we were seeing at the very bottom is not what we're after. I would think the bass are going to be mid-range. I think, if I remember what my friend said, he said that you can catch bass deep, but you have to go, like, they're never going to be on the bottom. Like, they just don't, they're not bottom fish. Like, they're predator. They're not bottom feeders, they're predators. They're just opportunistic predators. Like, they're not going to band together in packs and chase somebody down. They're going to position themselves in an area where they think they can get a very easy meal, and then they're just going to be lightning fast on the uptake, right? Oh, there's our first beep. We had a perfect. Oh, there's our second one. I gotta stop talking. I cannot do two things at once. And he's in the boat. Look at that. A catfish. All right. 7 pounds. Okay. There we go. That's kind of the idea there. Yes, there are bass, but there's also catfish. So let's see if we can't find an area where we're not going to have so much overlap in the habitat. Let's see if we can find a place where we're going to have just bass habitat. The catfish aren't going to be as inclined to be there. Look at that deep area there. And that's what he was saying, is that they like that drastic change. They like how quickly. Let's go back. I know, I mean, if you're watching the channel, I assume you want to learn about the fish, and or you're here to correct me when I make a mistake. Either. Where was that steep? It was like a steep drop off. It was somewhere right through here. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, I would say about here. That's not really a drop off. Why did I look at that big fish? Came around this corner. Okay, somewhere like here, where you see it changed drastically, right? So somewhere like kind of where I was at, kind of where I'm at now. He said they like that. They like going from shallow to deep very quickly. He said they'll hang out there on that ledge. Let's see. This is kind of where we were just at. This sheer cliff face. This one's a lot deeper. This one's much deeper. And then look at those fish right there. Like, there's nothing at the bottom. They're all kind of on the top of the water here. I'll do it. I'll throw in one. Just mid-range here. Just mid-range. This is deep water, sheer cliff. We'll do one mid-range and we'll do one deep diving just to see. Just to see. Reeling it in. There we go. For a second I was like, are you reeling the... Oh, look at that. We're not reeling it in fast enough to actually get it to do its thing. To get it to dive. We have to... Oh, maybe we are. Maybe it's just... Oh, okay. Yeah. We were. It's just so deep here. Now it almost won't be fair to use this one here because if that previous cast had drawn some attention and some of the fish came to this area because of that first cast, then this one might appear to be more successful than it actually is. Let's just see what happens. If we can't get this thing to dive deep, what that would look like. 20 foot down. It just does this like inverted bell, or not bell curve, but this inverted parabola. It starts, you know, shallow, goes super deep, and it comes back up. Even though I saw, even though I saw a big fish here, I don't really see anything here now. Oh, I say that, and then automatically a fish pops out. Story of my life. But those are more toward the top, or the surface. Not really deep diving. All right, let's do one of the mid-range guys. We'll head out. I feel pretty confident that bass are going to be near docks, inside the lilies. This lake is beautiful though. Definitely a lot different from where we just came from. And that's the nice thing about this game is that you might think like, oh, it's going to get repetitive. It's going to be the same old, same old. Like it really isn't because, you know, all the lakes change. Fishing them are different. Yeah, I don't think this is the best place for us. And again, that's just something that, you know, just because we didn't catch a fish here doesn't mean we didn't learn anything. The really, really deep water here, that's just not conducive to what we're after. We need the change. We need the change in depth, not the depth itself. Oh, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Now don't this look promising? Now don't this look promising? I feel like we can just, oh, R changes my map. Perfect. Good to know. What am I using right now? That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I kind of feel like this was my go-to lure. This R rat L trap bait. But now I kind of feel like it's the pencil. It's the walking. Because all these, this one and the deep diver, like they go right to the bottom. That's just what they do. They just go right to the bottom and then that's where they're at. Just dragging the bottom. And now this, we're not going to get the slow and steady or constant because we threw it in the direction of the trolling motor. And going in the direction of the trolling motor is just messing things up. There we go. A bit faster. Oh, there was a fish right behind it. Did you see that? Big old ghost fish. Huge big old ghost fish. Right behind the lure. He was interested. Oh, right there. Right there. Perfect. Come on now. Come out of that. Reed. Bed. What did I say? What did I say? Oh man, come on, let him go. Let him go. Ooh. Man, this was dicey for a moment there. Like we were in the red exclamation point for like 4 or 5 whole seconds. And like I'm just tapping it. I'm just tapping it. Normally I can hold it down and reel in, but right now I'm just tapping. I didn't even get to see the fish. I'm just looking at the Ah, I knew he would turn around. I knew it. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, how pretty. How pretty. Largemouth bass. That's amazing. 8 pounds. Okay. You want bass? It's gonna be the cattails. Sandy Bluff, right here. This is where we're going. If they put us in at Bob's Marina, we're gonna troll right up here to the cattail. Oh, look how big that fish is. Big daddy fish. Huge fish just went past the radar. Yeah, they put us in at Bob's Marina. We're gonna point north. We're gonna run till we see these cattails. That's just gonna be us. I think we have found them in this part of the lake. Oh, give me one more. Give me one more bass and I'll call it a day. Give me one. I see them. They're on the radar. It looks good. Maybe we got the boat too close to the cattails here. The game is up if we get too close. We should be able to get those out there, though. Ah, bless it. God bless the milk cow. It is funny how, like, the screw up, like, sometimes he throws it super high and it just takes forever for it to land. Sometimes he just thinks it right there in front of the boat. Oh, there was a fish behind that. Fish behind that. He wanted it. There we go. Nice safe one right there. Here. This is it. I feel it. Feel it. As soon as it goes green. Go. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. It's pegging red line. Look at that. This thing's quick. It's crazy. It's already in the boat. It's a 1 pound bass. It's a baby. It's a baby. 3 pounds. That's not bad. I thought we just leveled up. What are we doing here? All right. That's not bad. Okay. No more fishing. Just at this point, we're just looking at different locations. Okay. So I'm good with that one. Another one right here. Got some more here. Big one there, big fish. Have that dinky inlet, but I don't see. Huh? I don't see the cattails in that inlet. I would have thought that that's where you'd see the most. Shows you what I know. Oh, look at those! Look at those patches over there. Yeah, so Stony Bay. I think I called it Stony Brook earlier. Stony Bay has tons of cattails in front of us at the end, at the very, very, very end. There's a huge patch. And then look over here. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. Look at this. Oh, I get it now. It's Stony Bay because these big stones have popped up here. And those cattails just love it. They love that. They love the big rocks poking up out of the water, and they grow up all around it. Look at that. We have the lilies and we have the cattails, and we can just get in here amongst it. Well, if they drop us off at Bob's Marina, that's where they say we ought to be for the beginning of this tournament, or for this tournament, then I'm beelining right up here to the very end of this. And I'm back to using the walker bait, by the way, the one that goes on top of the water. Look at the big fish. Oh my God, look at that. It's like an army. They were all marching. They were on the bottom too. Okay. Let's give this a rest. Let's go back to this guy. They were all on the bottom. All on the bottom. And you won't incur such a penalty trying to pull this in if you go perpendicular to the motor, right? So don't throw, if you have the trolling motor on, don't throw in front of your boat because you're not going to get a consistent speed. Right off the friggin' bat. Oh, you see him jump out there? I actually saw him that time. I was looking. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, no, no. I wonder what the fish is. You know how I have this gauge here? I wonder what the fish's gauge looks like. Wonder what his escape mechanism looks like. Here we go. Look at that. What a winner. 8 pounds. 8 pounds. 5 pounds. Man. Hey, reach level 12. Woo. There we go. I know where I'm going. They pulled me into Bob's Marina. I'm coming up here to this place. I'm going to be using the rat. Oh, there was a fish just jumped right there. The rat L trap and the pencil bait. No diving crankbait here on this trip because it's just not deep enough. There we go. And we got to test out the brand new gear, which is not as sensitive. It's a little bit, there's more play in this gear than there was the old gear. So I'm very happy that the money we spent actually translates into a better, like an increased quality of life when we go out here on these tournaments. It would be really, really nice if they'd quantify it, if they'd put numbers down. And I know they put the 1.2, 0.5, but a little bit more than just that. Okay, folks, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.